Hello Flames Nation, and welcome to another installment of Tuesdays with Trevor. I'm very excited about today's guest. He is none other than our strength and conditioning coach, Solomon Tat. Solomon, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Coach.
Of course. Real quick before we get started, my master's was in strength and conditioning, and I always thought that I'd end up in that field. So I have a passion and desire for strength and conditioning, and Solomon Tat, I've been around strength and conditioning weight rooms with previous schools, and I can honestly tell you that he does it the best, and not only because of his knowledge, but because of how he cares about each of our girls, more so as people, and I really appreciate that about you. So I just wanted to let you guys know more about him. But enough about that. Tell us where you're from and maybe about your family.
I'm from Nigeria. I grew up my whole life in Nigeria, and before moving to the United States in 2003. I have a large family. I have 7 siblings. We're three girls and 5 boys in my family, so we have a huge family. I'm one of the youngest in my family, youngest out of all the boys. And both our parents have been married, their whole entire, pretty much life until they passed away not too long ago. But yeah.
Yeah. And you said you're one of the younger ones? Yeah. So what was that like growing up? You were just getting beat up a lot by your older siblings?
I would say I'm learning more,
Yeah.
because I have a lot of older brothers that kind of help guide me. I think having that leadership or someone to look up to really kind of helped me in seeing how they grew up and how they just build relationship with other people and how they treat other people. They become more of a role model for me, and also seeing them getting married and having a family and how they raise their family was a big inspiration for me.
Yeah, yeah. I witnessed your passion for strength and conditioning, but also for people just wanting them to get better. Where does that passion come from?
Good question. I think I would say it comes down to when my mom and I had a conversation a while ago, back in Africa, when you come home from a school, normally at the end of the year, either you become first or you become second, third, or last in the class. And I remember coming home and I told my mom that I was first in the class. And normally when you're first, most parents or family will slaughter like a chicken for you, to celebrate. But my mom kind of wondered. She was like, "You came first in the class. What makes you think that because you came first, that makes you good?" And I said, "Well, I'm better than everyone." She said, "Well, that's the problem. You always run into people that are less than you, and also sometimes you run into people that are better than you. And if you always set your standard based on the people that you surround yourself, you're actually limiting yourself. So you need to be passionate about trying to grow, about trying to become more." Right? And she always challenges. She said, "Success is not about what you have done and compared to what other people have done. It's about what you have done versus what you should have done." Right? So she always say, you have to have that mindset, and that, for me, is what brings the passion, out of me. I think I love what I do, but also I wanted to know that whatever I'm doing, I'm giving my best and stuff.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. What do you think the role of a strength coach is?
To lift weight? No, just play. I think, for every strength coach, it's different. And I think for me is, how can I help individual and team, find success, And I think the big part of it, for me, each time I watch athletes play or they perform at their sport, I say, am I helping them solve the problem that the sport is challenging them to address? And I think that's one of our role, as a strength coach, to help the athlete solve the problem that their sport pose, on them.
Awesome. Why Liberty for you?
Question, I think the people. I think it's different. I knew about Liberty, but I didn't know much about it until I got here and just the people. A lot of times people come here and they're excited about the campus in terms of all the building. But I think sometimes, it's a little bit tricky where you only focus on the building. But when you get a chance to spend time with the people, you'll know why Liberty is special and stuff. So I think the people is what makes the big difference here at Liberty.
Awesome. I love it. Solo, thank you for joining us today. Until next time, go Flames.